unfortunately. I didn't experience the excitement of queuing up to see this film when it was originally released. I watched the Blu-ray extended cut, and as expected, it looked like it could have been filmed last year. Some think The Exorcist is dated and lost its disturbing punch, but however old or young you feel, it's disappointing to realise that since The Exorcist, only a few films could share the same horror podium. For me, The Shining is one of them, with the original Evil Dead and the downright distressing Martyrs. The Amityville Horror is another example of a 70s film that for its time was scary, even more so due to its links with a real event. The small film list from the 70s continues with the fantastic Brian De Palma's Carrie, Don't Look Now, and of course The Omen. Many people found their love of horror from watching The Exorcist, and some of the religious found themselves deeply offended. Few films have reached that part of my soul as much as The Exorcist. Modern horror films seem fearful of a slow pace, and some end up being just another aggressive torture experience like the film Grotesque. The Exorcist is study material for any filmmaker, whatever your choice of genre. You'll learn about a pace of a scene, camera positioning, and sound and music. It's all here, the full template to create the perfect production. You'll witness believable acting throughout, especially during the gentle mother and daughter scenes with Ellen Burstyn and Linda Blair. Time and time again with some of the films I've watched and reviewed, there's always a standout actor that's better than everyone else. Jane Levy in The Evil Dead springs to mind. However, with The Exorcist, every actor is right on the money. Linda Blair and Ellen Burstyn should have won Oscars for their work here. I'm not keen on young actors winning Oscars, but Linda Blair is exceptional. The Exorcist had 10 Oscar nominations, and it only walked away with 2. William Friedkin should have also won Oscars for Best Director and Best Picture. Perhaps in a way the fact this film is still talked about and loved is more of an achievement than any amount of Oscars could have provided. Georgetown, Washington provides the perfect backdrop for The Exorcist. The smooth build-up to the exorcism itself is a wonderful experience to observe. The web of character backstories that gel together is so well written and executed. Writer William Peter Blatty's instinct to have William Friedkin direct is pure genius. Another of my favourite films is William Peter Blatty's awesome The Exorcist 3, which is the genuine sequel to The Exorcist, dialogue heavy with some disturbing imagery. From when The Exorcist begins to when the credits roll, it is the definitive example that less can be more. My favourite moment is when Mother checks on Regan, presuming she's fast asleep, and then when Mother leaves the bedroom, Regan opens her dead eyes. If it's been a long time since you've watched this film, I advise you to watch this extended director's cut. Not only is The Exorcist a window looking back into history of long ago, it's well ahead of its time in a similar way to Stanley Kubrick's A Clockwork Orange. 1973's The Exorcist is relevant even more now because it confirms just how unimaginative many modern horror films are. And I hope one day soon a horror film will be made that will make a huge impact, just like The Exorcist did all those years ago. Not the same impact, just a genre-changing experience. William Friedkin suggested that I review his memoir, The Friedkin Connection, which is a must-read. The truth about The Exorcist is peppered in his book, and for me, it's the most revealing, so make sure you watch my review.